Our next startup is on a mission to facilitate a fair value exchange between consumers, brands, and publishers. So let me see if I can get the right slide here. Faktor. There we go. Please give it up for Tim.
Thanks.
There we go.
So what about GDPR? So it was fun to start off the first presentation with a use case like this. I'm going to present alone. My colleague Gary is over there. We thought with 6 minutes it's a bit tricky to do it with the two of us, so we're going to start here. So my name is Tim Geenen. I'm one of the founders of Faktor. We started the company in 2017. And I've been working in programmatic advertising for over 12 years. It wasn't even called programmatic back then, but over the last 10 years, I kind of got frustrated with the fact that, okay, we speak about data-driven marketing or smart data marketing, but if I go online, that experience is really not that great. So we started Faktor. We're an enterprise platform for consent and privacy management, and in my free time, I'm also a board member for the IAB Netherlands. So what we want to do is we want to create a fair online value exchange between publishers, brands, and people. And if we're going to have to be very honest right here, there is no fair online value exchange. There wasn't one. If you're the consumer, if you're the person, you're inexplicitly the product being monetized. Is that bad? Not really, but it's definitely not transparent. So what you see is you see more and more companies arising, you see more and more consumers asking, okay, I want to have a better view. What is that value exchange? What does that mean to me? And for publishers, it's similar. For brands, it's very similar too. There is this value exchange, but no one exactly knows what it's about. And have we solved that issue? Not yet, but we're well on our way. I'm going to put this down. So our timeline, our story so far. First of all, it's a bit weird that we're on stage because we were recently acquired, but I'll get back to that. So in May 2017, we founded Faktor. We were 4 frenemies. We all worked at different agencies, but we kind of got along at drinks and social events. And I was like, why not just ask these people and start a company together? I'm pretty sure if some people can do it, it's us. We started playing around. We started playing around with blockchain. We started playing around with whatever we needed to get the goal done. And we figured out, blockchain doesn't work, so we moved on. Then we built our first product, didn't work as well. And we kind of reiterated to a point where we were like, okay, so we know what we need to build now. We have all the ingredients here. And we have about 6 months before this product needs to go live because we have the 25th of May. That's when GDPR starts. So we're going to put everything we have, we're going to put that in the product. Everything we're going to focus. And we did that. And we launched 2 weeks before GDPR actually went live. We went live with the software. We kind of broke everything that could be broken was broken. We went live with 7 or 8 clients. And we knew from day one, there's going to be 100 million data points flowing through our platform per day. That's pretty hard to do when you just started. We got better, and there's another thing that we learned in the first 2 months is that all of our clients, they had a different interpretation of what does compliancy mean for us. And not just the clients, every market had a different idea. In Germany, there was a very different idea about consent than in the Netherlands. Even in Austria, there was a different idea than in Bulgaria. So we kind of took that into our product, and we started. So everything we do as of now needs to be customizable. It needs to be flexible. Our clients need to be able to interpret it, what compliance means to them, and then effectively integrate it. December 2018, quite exciting because we were looking at everything we did so far. So we had 34 clients. We were live in about 2,000 websites. And then the friendly corporate development people from LiveRamp gave us a call. And that was very interesting. We weren't looking to sell, but we also knew what we've built so far isn't that what we need to be there to achieve our mission. So we always knew that consent and identity belong to each other. So that's why we continued the conversation. And then in April 2018, we were able to announce the acquisition. So does that give us sympathy in a startup competition? I don't know. Andreas had his own thinking about it. Let's see. So what did we do? So we designed a product to give consumers control and choice over data. And we wanted to do a few things. First of all, if you manage your data preferences, it should be similar on every screen. It should be similar on every device. Is that hard to do? Yes, because their data, to link up all that data is quite an effort. But we do that together with our clients. this goes back to my previous point. We saw that we had a product, but our clients didn't only want to use our front end. They also had ideas, and they started asking questions like, can we have this button here? Can this button be called differently? So we were thinking, why not give them a full headless version and let them build the UI on their own? So we provide the backend and all the feature and all the functions to them, and they go crazy on their own. The good thing is, all these clients that went crazy with their own UI, they achieved the highest opt-ins. We wanted to reimagine how you give permission, how you give consent. And I'm going to be very honest, where we are right now is not where we want to be. It's where we should be. But thinking about a restaurant use case, I go in, right now, if I walk onto Schiphol, like the Dutch, at the airport in Amsterdam, there's a little sticker on the door that says, you're being tracked here. If you enter the airport, you consent. I don't think that's a very meaningful experience, and those are the type of things that we're looking to change. Our current product is called Privacy Manager. It's an enterprise solution, it's fully customizable, and what we do very differently, we have a full audit trail. So we have proof of consent for every action based on that permission. So if you ever have a data protection authority knocking on your door, you can very easily hand over a report and say, this is what this user done, this is what this user wanted to delete their data. And we built a self-service platform, sorry, because we kept doing all these scripts for our clients. Sorry, let's go. We decided to turn that around and let them do it themselves. There's a lot of hand-holding required, but we're more than willing to do that. Benefits, help with GDPR and CCPA.
All right, let's get some questions from our jury. Probably just got time for one question. Who wants to ask? Yeah.
Hi, Tim.
Hey.
Based on your GDPR experience, how can you adopt your business model to the California law in the US?
It's a good question, and it's very similar. So GDPR, a lot of the mechanisms behind it are similar. So CCPA is about opt-out. So they will have a flag that's called "Do not sell my personal data." So all the technology behind it is very similar. You need to make full disclosures. You need to have full transparency. So it's basically one is opt-in, the other one is opt-out. Where with CCPA there's still a lot of gray area, so that can also still switch.
Okay. One more question. We've got time for one more question. Yeah.
Hey Tim, so you seem to be using the Privacy Manager across different screens, right? How do you put that together, the same user across different screens?
Yeah, so we don't actually do that ourselves, our clients do that. That only works if you have a single sign-on or an identity management in the system. So what we do is we let them make an API call to our audit IDs. We also generate a unique identifier per consumer, and that ties all the screens together.
And feed into the ID graph, huh?
Yes.